Came home after midnight with the rain inside my shoes. The day had left me tangled in 100 different truths. I opened up the cupboard, then forgot what I came for. You saw me standing motionless behind the painted door. You crossed the kitchen slowly, set the kettle on the flame. Never asked me for the story, never hurried me to name it. By the blue cupboard door, you gave my thoughts somewhere to land. You didn't reach to rearrange them, you just stayed within my hands. By the blue cupboard door, the night became easier to carry. You loved me without requiring a brighter version to be ready. The water started boiling, you poured 2 cups of tea, then placed the honey near me, like you knew what I would need. I spoke about the meeting, how my voice had disappeared, how every chair around the table made me doubt why I was there. You never called them wrong for me, or told me I was right. You let me tell it badly, till the pieces started lining up. Steam above the counter, rain against the street. Your shoulder near my shoulder, and the ground beneath my feet. The next morning in the office, I returned to that same chair. Not suddenly much stronger, just more certain I belong there. I said the thing I swallowed when the room had turned away. My voice was still uneven, but it carried what I meant to say. At lunch I sent a message, only 3 words on the screen. You answered with a photograph of 2 cups beside the sink. I used to think that comfort had to come with something wise, a sentence that could close the wound and make the ending bright. But you gave me one small kitchen and the freedom to be tired. You never tried to lift me, you stayed while I stood higher. By the blue cupboard door, you gave the evening back to me, not by changing what had happened, but by letting me be seen. By the blue cupboard door, I learned what tenderness could do. It didn't speak above my sorrow, it made enough room for it too. The pain is chipped around the handle, and the kettle has been changed. But whenever days become too crowded, I'll still meet you in that place. 2 cups beside the counter, 1 doorway painted blue, and all the words I couldn't carry finding their way through. We stopped beside the fountain after dinner in the square. Tourists leaned above the water, throwing wishes through the air. You found a coin inside your pocket, held it underneath the light. Asked me what I wanted most, if I could choose one thing that night. I watched the silver water carry strangers' hopes away, then closed your fingers round the coin and asked you if we had to play. Keep the coin, walk with me past the shops and empty streets. I don't need a wish tonight, I need your hand staying inside mine. Keep the coin, let it remain a little proof we chose our way. We crossed the bridge beyond the square, while the restaurants closed their doors. You spoke about the coming year and what we couldn't promise anymore. There were bills upon the counter, there were choices still unclear. 100 reasons to be careful, 100 reasons to feel fear, but none of them felt larger than the life beneath our feet. Two people moving without answers, still refusing to retreat. Keep the coin, walk with me past the shops and empty streets. I don't need a wish tonight, I need your hand staying inside mine. Keep the coin, let it remain a little proof we chose our way. No fountain knows our future, no silver buys us time, but every step feels possible when your pace matches mine. The coin stayed in your wallet through the months that followed, then through the job that didn't happen and the door that opened next. Sometimes you would place it on the table near my cup. Whenever one of us felt certain we had finally had enough, we never called it lucky, it never changed a single thing. It only brought us back to that night and the choice we made to keep it. Some hopes belong in water, some are better carried home, not as promises of easy days, but reminders we are not alone. Keep the coin, stay with me through the years we cannot see. I don't need the stars align, I need your truth beside mine. Keep the coin, warm and small, we never made that wish at all. Still, everything I wanted was walking with me after all. The fountain may be gone someday, the square may change its name, but the coin remains between us, and I would choose the same. We found an old cassette recorder at a market near the tracks. You bought a blank tape from the counter with a handwritten label cracked. That evening in the living room, we tried to make a song. You missed the first few notes completely. I entered at the wrong part. We stopped before the ending, certain nothing could be saved, but the recorder kept on turning while we laughed at our mistakes. Our laughter stayed on side B after every note went wrong, more honest than the melody we worked on all night long. Our laughter stayed on side B, unplanned and out of tune. The part we never meant to keep became my favorite part of you. We fill the other minutes with stories from before we met, names of streets and former bedrooms, little things we might forget. You spoke about your father's car, the summer it refused to start. I told you how I hid my drawings because criticism hit too hard. Between the clicks and empty spaces, our separate lives became a single tape with both our voices, sharing one unfinished name. Turn it over, press rewind. Your younger voice beside mine. Years later during moving day, the player would not work. We found the tape behind a cabinet, wrapped inside an old blue shirt. I worried all those captured moments had disappeared with time. You found another player online and waited by my side. The music sounded distant, every chord had lost its shape. Then our laughter crossed the speakers, still untouched beneath the age. Our laughter stayed on side B after every note went wrong, more honest than the melody we worked on all night long. Our laughter stayed on side B and filled the new room. The part we never meant to keep still sounded just like me and you. Maybe love is not the record we prepare for someone else. Maybe it is what keeps running when we stop performing well. All the breaths between the sentences, the errors we release, the moments no one planned to capture, becoming what we need. Our laughter lives on side B, behind a half-forgotten song. Proof the best of what we carried was never made to come out strong. Our laughter lives on side B, a little warm but coming through. The part we never meant to keep still brings me back to you. The cassette rests beside the player with our names written too small. We never finished that first song. apart after all. We heard a sound below the window just before the daylight left. Found a cat beneath a parked car with a tear across one ear. I brought water in a saucer. You sat down beside the wheel. Neither one of us moved closer. We just waited on the street. After 20 patient minutes, she stepped out and crossed the line. Ignored the food between us, then curled up against your side. She chose you first and looked at me like she was asking what this could be. 3 hearts learning, one small room. Nobody's certain but making room. She chose you first and followed us home. And somehow our apartment didn't feel temporary anymore. We said she'd stay until the morning. That became another week. She slept inside the laundry basket and stole the pillow from our bed. You wrote possible names on paper. I crossed everyone away. She answered only when the cupboard opened twice around 8. We bought a bowl, a brush, a collar, then pretended not to know. Each little thing we carried upstairs meant we wouldn't let her go. One open door, one empty chair, one pair of eyes already there. Months later, when we spoke of leaving, she climbed between our knees. The rent was rising, work was changing, nothing felt agreed. Then she placed one paw upon us, as if voting we should try. We laughed before the argument could turn into goodbye. We found another place together, with a window facing trees. And she inspected every corner like the choice belonged to 3. Maybe families are not always built the way we thought they'd be. Sometimes they begin beneath a car and follow you across the street. Sometimes love arrives suspicious, with the scar above one eye, then claims the middle of your bed and changes both your lives. She chose you first and trusted me, taught us belonging can happen gradually. 3 hearts learning, one address, no perfect future, just an honest yes. She chose you first, then followed us home. And every place we shared afterward became more than walls alone. She still sleeps between our pillows and wakes us before dawn. The tear across her ear remains, but every fear is gone. bowling alley closed at 1. We got there just past 10. You wrote our names above the lane, then spelled mine wrong again. My first ball found the gutter, yours barely touched the pin. We laughed until the couple next to us started laughing with us then. We stopped counting after midnight, let the numbers disappear. Every miss became a reason to pull one another near. We stopped counting after midnight, there was nothing left to win, just your face beneath the neon and that reckless little grin. You tried to teach me where to stand, I copied every move, then crossed the line and nearly fell while you applauded from your shoes. The speakers played an old slow song above the rolling sound. You held your hand out by the seats and turned me halfway around. For 1 minute we were dancing while the empty lanes went dark. No perfect steps, no crowded floor, just your fingers in my palm. We stopped counting after midnight, let the numbers disappear. Every miss became a reason to pull one another near. Ooh, we stopped counting after midnight, there was nothing left to win, just your face beneath the neon and that reckless little grin. No trophy on the dashboard, no picture of the score, only 2 rented pairs of shoes left waiting by the door. The worker cleared the tables while we finished our last drink. You asked me what I worried people saw when they looked at me. I said I hated failing where anybody else could see. You pointed toward the scoreboard and said it never bothered me. Then you erased the final numbers with 1 button on the wall, and somehow what had followed me didn't feel so large at all. Maybe love is not perfection or arriving without doubt. Baby, it is being witnessed when the best does not come out, and finding someone beside you who does not measure where you land, who celebrates the awkward throw and reaches for your hand. We stopped counting after midnight, and I carried that with me. Some things matter more completely when they're never made a victory. We stopped counting after midnight, still I remember everything. The neon ran his shoes and laughter, and how losing felt like winning. Our names were gone by morning, the lane belonged to someone new, but I never kept the final score, I only kept the night with you. The restaurant was nearly empty when we arrived a little late. I held the menu toward the candle, trying hard to read the page. You noticed how I moved it closer, farther back again, and took it gently from my fingers and began from where I'd been. You read each dish like conversation, made the longest name sound strange. I chose the one that made you laugh and forgot to feel ashamed. At table 5, you read the small print like it was the easiest thing. You gave the moment back its pleasure before embarrassment could win. At table 5, you read the small print and ordered something we could share. The years were changing little details, but they couldn't change us there. A decade earlier, I remember you would read beneath the streetlights. Now you keep your glasses waiting in 3 different rooms at night. Some mornings you forget a name that returns before the noon. I finish stories when you ask me, but I leave the ending up to you. We have learned each other's changes without keeping any score. Every season takes a little and reveals a little more. At table 5, you read the small print like it was the easiest thing. You gave the moment back its pleasure before embarrassment could win. At table 5, you read the small print and ordered something we could share. The years were changing little details, but they couldn't change us there. Letter by letter, line by line, you lend me your eyes, I lend you mine. The waiter brought the final course with 2 spoons beside the plate. You tasted first, then pushed it over like you'd done on our first date. I watched your hand around the handle, saw the silver in your hair, and felt no sorrow for the distance from the people we were then. We were not losing one another, we were learning different ways to recognize the same devotion in the shape of changing days. Love was never staying frozen in the photographs we made. It was meeting every version that arrived along the way. It was reading what grew smaller, it was hearing what grew faint. It was giving without turning every change into a weight. At table 5, you read the small print, then I read the bill for you. We laughed about our borrowed vision and everything the years might do. At table 5, beneath the candle, I saw clearly what remained. 2 people choosing one another as the details slowly changed. The restaurant turned off its windows. We walked carefully outside, your glasses resting in my pocket and your hand holding mine. The arcade near the pier was closing. Half the signs had lost their glow. You saw a blue rabbit behind the glass and said we couldn't leave it there alone. I spent 3 coins and missed it. You stepped up and missed it too. The metal claw kept dropping every time it almost reached the blue. We wasted all our change on something we did not need, laughing every time it slipped back underneath the plastic sea. We wasted all our change till the worker dimmed the lights. Then one last coin brought that blue rabbit falling into our lives. You carried it beneath your jacket, through the window on the pier. Its crooked ears above the zipper, like it wanted to disappear. We named it after nobody, made up stories on the train, said it had escaped the kingdom and would never go back again. One cheap price, 2 tired hearts, a ridiculous victory after dark. It sat upon our dresser through the months that tested us, when conversations ended early and apologies became difficult. One evening I began to pack, convinced we had reached the end. You placed the rabbit by my suitcase, but never asked me to pretend. I looked at those uneven ears, remembered how we used to try, not because the prize was perfect, but because we liked being side by side. We wasted all our change on something we did not need, laughing every time it slipped back underneath the plastic sea. We wasted all our change, but never called the night a loss. Sometimes what we're really reaching for is who is standing next to us. Love is not a winning streak, or knowing every move. Sometimes it is missing badly and deciding not to leave the room. Sometimes it is one final chance, when pride has spent its claim. 2 hands reaching for each other after dropping everything. We used up all our change, but found a better reason to remain. That blue rabbit on the dresser still watches over better days. We used up all our change, and I would spend it all once more for your laughter near the ocean, and your hand inside of mine. Its color has grown faded, one ear no longer stands, but every time I see it, I remember where we began. The fairground lights were shutting down when we reached the painted horses. Vendors folded striped umbrellas, workers gathered empty boxes. You asked the tired operator for one final turnaround. He pointed toward the closing sign, then smiled and waved us on. We chose two horses side by side, with chipped gold on their reins. The music started somewhere below and carried us away, round and round beneath the bulbs. Your laughter crossed the night. We never moved beyond that circle. Still everything felt right. Round and round the world stood back, while your hand reached over mine. We had nowhere else to get to, and no reason to outrun the time. You told me you had spent the week comparing every open door, afraid one choice would close another and leave you wanting more. I watched the wooden horses rise, then settle toward the ground. Said maybe life was less about escaping every round. Maybe choosing was returning to the things that still felt true. You looked across the turning lights and said, then I keep choosing you. Painted stars, a worn-out song. The ride kept turning, we held on. The motor slowed without a warning. Our horses stopped halfway. Your feet were hanging from the stirrups, while the lights began to fade. We climbed down through the shadows and thanked the man beside the gate. He handed us two paper tickets, though the ride had finished late. You placed yours inside my wallet next to mine before we left. Said keep these for the days when we forget what matters best. Not every journey needs a distance, not every answer needs a sign. Sometimes love is one small circle that you gladly choose each time. Round and round beneath the bulbs, we gave the night our trust. The ride was old, the paint was broken, but it carried both of us. Round and round the world stood back, and every doubt grew small. We never moved beyond that circle, but I didn't feel stuck at all. The fairground disappeared behind us as we walked beneath the trees. Two tickets resting in my wallet, and your fingers linked with me. Sunday paper on the counter, coffee rings around the page. You filled every little square while I argued with the clues. 7 letters for forgiveness, 5 for somewhere we belong. We guessed cities, birds and rivers, then discovered we were wrong. One answer near the center kept escaping every try. You drew a circle around it and said, leave it for tonight. Let one clue remain unanswered, let one space stay open wide. We don't have to solve tomorrow to be certain of tonight. Let one clue remain unanswered, we can leave the future blank. There is still a whole world written in the words we already have. Monday brought a new decision, an offer waiting on your screen. Different hours, unfamiliar streets, and everything between. You asked which road would save us, which one we might regret. I turned the paper toward you, to the square we hadn't filled yet. We listed every consequence, then crossed the list in half. The answer never showed itself, but somehow we could laugh. Black ink, white space, your hand near mine, not knowing didn't mean we were running out of time. Took the job in autumn, we learned another daily shape. Some evenings missed each other, some mornings started late. The crossword stayed unfinished in the drawer beside the stove. Not a symbol of a failure, just a thing we didn't know. Months later you remembered what the missing answer meant, but neither one of us could find the paper where it went. Answers come when they are ready, some arrive after they're needed. Some questions lose their power when two people walk. Perfect map, or chose without a doubt. We only kept returning to the life we were working out. Let one clue remain unanswered, let one space stay open wide. We don't have to solve forever to keep choosing side by side. Sunday paper on the counter, fresh squares waiting to begin. You hand the pencil over, and I write the first word in. We signed our names for Tuesday nights at the studio near the park. Aprons hanging by the doorway, clay beneath our fingernails. You shaped a bowl on your first try. Mine collapsed against the wheel. I tried to hide the mess I made before you turned to see. You placed your hands around the clay and helped me start once more. By closing time, a little cup was leaning toward the floor. The cup with the crooked handle still sits beside the sink. You choose it every morning for the first thing that you drink. The cup with the crooked handle never came out like the plan, but you hold it like a treasure made by these uncertain hands. The glaze ran down one side of it and left the bottom bare. The teacher said the handle might not last another year. I offered you the perfect one we bought from down the street. You filled the crooked cup instead and carried it to your seat. You never called the flaws invisible or said the shape was right. You loved the marks for what they were, the record of that night. Blue glaze, uneven line, your fingerprints beside mine. One little cup that could not hide the way we learned to try. There were mornings when I questioned everything I chose to make. Sent applications unfinished, left no chances, much too late. You never used that cup to tell me every failure would succeed. You only placed it near my notebook and poured enough for me. The handle held through winter, then cracked a little more. We wrapped a silver band around it and returned it to the drawer. I once believed that loving me required denying what went wrong, turning every broken effort into proof that I was strong. You taught me care could tell the truth and still remain nearby. Could see the uneven edges without asking them to hide. The cup with the crooked handle still begins our everyday, not because it came out perfect, but because we let it stay. The cup with the crooked handle carries more than anything. It holds the night we made a mess and chose to try again. Someday it may break completely and the pieces leave our shelf, but I will keep the silver handle and what it taught me of myself. You never loved the polished version waiting somewhere down the line. You love the hands still learning while they work beside yours that night. We bought it from a sidewalk stand On an April afternoon, red paper stretched on wooden sticks, a silver painted moon. The park was full of bicycles and children chasing light. You held the string, I faced the wind, convinced we had it right. It fell beside the flower beds before it reached the trees. You looked at me and started laughing, with grass marks on your knees. The kite that wouldn't rise still gave us half the day, running through the open field and falling every way. The kite that wouldn't rise never spoiled the view. I stopped caring where it landed every time I landed close to you. We changed the tail 3 different times, then tied it with your scarf. A stranger offered his advice, we thanked him from afar. The clouds moved toward the river, the sunlight crossed your skin. You said maybe we should leave it, and the wind returned again. For 7 seconds it was flying high above the avenue. We shouted like we owned the sky before it tumbled out of view. 7 seconds in the air, your fingers tangled in my hair. Some moments do not have to last to become more than the past. We carried home the broken frame beneath your folded coat. The red paper had lost one corner, but the silver moon still showed. You hung it near the kitchen window, though it leaned against the wall. Said the best part of the afternoon had never been the flight at all. Years later when we disagree about the life we meant to make, I look above the kitchen chair and remember that spring day. I once believed that happiness had to follow every plan, had to reach the highest point and stay exactly where it landed. But you taught me joy could stumble, lose its balance, miss the sky, and still become a memory we would never trade for height. The kite that wouldn't rise still hangs above our table, a crooked little piece of red from when we were unable. The kite that wouldn't rise still tells me something true. The day did not become beautiful because it flew. It became beautiful because I spent it next to you. The silver moon is fading, the wooden frame has bent, but every spring we take it down and try the wind again. We found it at the Sunday market under boxes full of frames, a little lamp with peeling brass and dust across its shade. You said it looked forgotten. I said the cord was worn. We carried it between us through the drizzle toward our door. At home you found a screwdriver. I cleared a place beside the sink. We spent the whole afternoon learning how the pieces linked. We brought the old lamp back to life with careful hands and barbed wire. Now it waits beside the sofa, casting circles through the night. We brought the old lamp back to life, and somehow while we worked, the room began to feel like ours before the bulb even burned. It watched us eat our first meal from cartons on the floor. Watched us count the little money we had left after the move. Some evenings I came home defeated, certain I had chosen wrong. You switched it on beside me and stayed until the feeling passed. You never tried to make me brighter or pull an answer from my face. You simply shared the narrow couch and gave the evening space. One small light, one borrowed room, two lives learning what they could become. Years later in a larger house with windows facing west, that little lamp still leans slightly on the table near our bed. The shade has gathered scratches, the switch sticks now and then, but every time the room grows dim, we choose to fix it once again. I think about that market and the rain along the street, how neither one of us imagined what that broken thing would mean. We brought the old lamp back to life with careful hands and borrowed wire. Now it holds 1,000 evenings in its small and steady light. We brought the old lamp back to life, and every mark remains a record of the home we built without replacing what had changed. Maybe love is not arriving with everything already new. Maybe it is seeing value where the damage still shows through. Maybe it is learning slowly which parts bend and which parts hold, standing close above the table while another story grows. We brought the old lamp back to life, and it taught me something true. Nothing has to start out perfect to become a home for two. We brought the old lamp back to life. Now whenever darkness falls, I see your hands beside my hands, and the beginning of it all. One small one rainy day, still shining where we chose to stay. through the showroom on a rainy afternoon. Sat down on every sofa like each one belonged to us. You chose the green one by the window, I chose the white or gray. Then we saw the price beneath it and slowly walked away. Before we left, you leaned beside me on the one we liked the most, and spoke about a future neither one of us could hold. On the sofa we didn't buy, we planned a life we couldn't see. Sunday records, crowded dinners, your tired feet across my knees. On the sofa we didn't buy, for a little while we knew a home was more than what surrounded us. It started there with me and you. We tried the beds and open drawers, pretended keys were ours. You stood inside a painted kitchen making coffee without cups. I found you in the mirror section, smiling from a dozen frames. Every reflection looked like somewhere I could learn to stay. We left with only paper and napkins from the cafe near the stairs, but all the way back to our apartment I could see our future there. On the sofa we didn't buy, we planned a life we couldn't see. Sunday records, crowded dinners, your tired feet across my knees. On the sofa we didn't buy, for a little while we knew a home was more than what surrounded us. It started there with me and you. Empty hands, full train, your head resting near my name. Years later we found another, second-hand and slightly worn. One side dipped toward the middle, one cushion had been torn. We carried it up 4 flights and laughed beside the door. It looked nothing like the showroom, but I loved it even more. The life we pictured changed its colors, lost some rooms and gained some scars. Still you sit beside me nightly, and I know exactly where we are. On the sofa we finally owned, the future came without disguise. Unpaid bills and late night laughter, changing plans and honest lives. On the sofa we finally owned, I found the dream beneath the view. A home was never something waiting, it was every day with you. The green one stayed inside the showroom, the gray one disappeared, but everything we hoped to find there has been sitting with us here. We found the wooden chessboard at a shop beneath the stairs. One bishop had a broken crown, 2 pawns were missing there. You placed it by the window and challenged me that night. I moved without a reason. You pretended it was wise. The game remained between us. When morning crossed the floor, neither one remembered whose turn it was anymore. We never finished the chess game, never needed someone to win. The pieces stayed where we left them, like a sentence waiting to begin. We never finished the chess game, still nothing felt incomplete. Your hand would hover above the board, then reach across for me. Some nights we moved one piece between dinner and the news. Other nights we talked for hours and forgot what we should choose. A rook became your favorite, the black queen always mine. You said I played too carefully, I said you took too much time. Then laughter filled the distance between the white and black, and every plan for victory kept turning into that one move forward, one held back, no one keeping what the other lacked. The board survived 2 apartments, a summer without work. The evening we said cruel things, then slowly found the words. During one December morning, I saw you move your king, not toward an open corner, but beside my waiting queen. You said that isn't legal. I said neither is this game. Then we left them there together, never moved them again. I thought every story needed a final answer at the end. Someone standing as the winner, someone learning how to bend. But love became the space between the choices we could make, a place where being understood meant more than giving checkmate. We never finished the chess game, never crowned a winning side. The pieces stayed beside the window, gathering years and morning light. We never finished the chess game, but I know what it came to mean. Your king still standing next to mine when no move comes between. The board remains beside the window, dust resting on every square. An unfinished game between us, and 2 pieces staying there. We rented 2 old bicycles from the shop beside the canal. Mine had a bell that rang by itself. Yours leaned slightly to the left. We had barely reached the footbridge when my chain slipped from the wheel. I blamed the rust, you blamed my shifting. Then we laughed before it turned real. You knelt beside the pavement with your sleeves above your arms, while boats moved through the water and the afternoon rolled on. grease on your thumb, sunlight across your face. We were nowhere near our destination, but I wanted to stay in that place. Black grease on your thumb, my hand resting over yours. Some days begin with a plan, then give us something better than before. You turn the pedals backward, I held the frame between my knees. We spoke about the week behind us without dressing it carefully. I told you I had felt forgotten. You said you had been afraid, not of losing what we carried, but of asking me to stay. The chain returned to position with a click beneath your hand. Neither problem had been solved yet, still I started to understand. Black grease on your thumb, sunlight across your face. We were nowhere near our destination, but I wanted to stay in that place. Black grease on your thumb, my hand resting over yours. Some days begin with a plan, then give us something better than before. We missed the bridge, we missed the turn, but found the words we needed first. We rode until the rental shop was closing down its gate. Returned the bikes with muddy tires and apologized for being late. The owner handed you a cloth, you wiped your fingers clean, but one dark mark stayed near your nail for several days that week. Each time I saw it, I remembered how the road had made a stop, how the silence finally loosened when the metal chain came off. Not every pause is failure, not every delay is loss. Sometimes something has to loosen before two lives can talk. Black grease on your thumb, evening along the canal. We never reached the place we planned, but I don't regret it now. Black grease on your thumb, your shoulder touching mine. We walked the bicycles beside us and left the harder week behind. The bell kept ringing by itself all the way back through the town, and every time it broke the silence,